Hi guys, my name is Mike and I'm the creator of LoRA Pilot. It's basically a single Docker image and a rumpot template that bundles the whole pipeline for people interested in Stable Diffusion with a special focus on LoRa trainers. Cohia and diffusion pipes are used for LoRa trainings, while ConfUI and Invoke AI are used for image and video generation. The whole toolkit is modal agnostic, meaning I do support all the latest models for both training and inference. I wanted the experience to be basically click and go like you are used to on Civitai, not debug and cry like most Stable Diffusion templates I've tried on Rampot. Let me show you LoRa Pilot now. Let's start with the deploying pod on Rampot using my template. So the name of my template is LoRa Pilot, and you can find a link to it under this video. So let's start with deploy. So all you have to do is choose some GPU. I'll choose A40, and we can deploy. So the first time you deploy, it takes around it can take around 10 minutes to download the Docker image and to extract it. So since we don't have that much time, I've already prepared a pod we can start with. So for people who are not familiar with Linux, all you will need is probably a control pilot, which is a control panel I've created running on port 7878. So let's start there. So this is the control panel. The first screen is basically some dashboard with telemetry showing you things like host name of your pod, CPU load and GPU load, your disk space, and so on. Let's check services. So as you can see, all of the services are running. Just to show you, for example, we have ConfUI here, the latest version, with ConfUI Manager running. Then we have Invoke AI, again, the latest version of Invoke. And amongst the other things, there is Cohia with its default graphic user interface, which I find slightly amusing or difficult to use. So I've created my own, which I will show you in a minute. And then we have, for example, a tensor board and diffusion pipes running for those who wants to tweak with the settings a little bit more. There is a Jupyter Lab and VS Code server running. So let's start by downloading some base models. So you can either search for the model of your choice or filter them by some basic groups like Flux, SDXL, Van, and others. For some of the models which are gated, you might need to enter a Hugging Face token. If you don't have one, just click this link and you can create one there. So let me show you how I download the models. So let's download, for example, SDXL base, also VI and Refiner. So they are being downloaded, and once they download, the page will auto refresh and show that they are installed. There are other ways how to download models. You can use, for example, the ConfUI manager and use the model manager here. where you have the list of all the models you can think of, or you can use invoke and their models uh, uh, models utility, where you can again download models from Hugging Face or use some of the starter models. They have excellent starter bundles, so that's one of the other ways where you can start. But let's go to the control pilot. As you see, the models are already downloaded. Let me show you one more way of downloading models using the command line. So let's go to services. Let's open Jupyter Lab, and let's use the default token, since this is our first login. Please do note that when I log in, I don't need to change Python environment. I'm already using the default Python environment, which is used to run most of the applications. Also, unlike other runpod templates, all of the settings here are persistent. So, for example, if I change the theme to dark, and I reboot my pod, next time I log in, the Jupyter will be automatically using the dark mode. So, as I said, there's one more way of downloading models. I've created this command, which is called models. If you write just models, you will get the help how to use this. So I'm going to use models list. As you see, it lists the models which are available for download, and if I wanted to download one of them, I would just use models, models pool, and the name of the model. But there is one more easier way to download models using command line, and it's another utility I've created. It's called models GUI. And it runs a simple whiptail menu. You filter the models. So I want to download Juggernaut, which is SDXL based model. So let's see all the SDXL models which are available. And let me check this one and just hit enter, and the model is already being downloaded. Once it downloads, by the way, all of the models are downloaded into appropriate folders in the structure that Comfy is used to. Let me show you once the download is complete. Okay, so the download is complete. And let me show you. I run Midnight Commander, and I go to models. By the way, this models folder is shared across all of the applications. It's being used by Kohia, Diffusion Pipes, Comfy UI, and Invoke AI, so it saves space. So let me navigate to checkpoints folder, and you see here are all the models that we've downloaded: Juggernaut, SDXL base, VI, and Refiner. Okay, let's go back to the control pilot. Okay, we do have models installed, right? So we can move on to datasets. So I click on the datasets. And so, well, since it's quite late, I prefer dark mode. So as you see, I don't have any existing datasets, but let's start with adding one. So you can either drag and drop an existing dataset in a zip format, or you can just select one. So let's select one here, and when it uploads, it will appear in the listing of datasets, telling you the number of pictures, the size of the datasets, and whether the dataset is already captioned or tagged. You can also delete the dataset. And by clicking the name of the dataset, another utility which I've created and I call Tag Pilot will open and will allow you to work with the dataset. Let's wait a second and let me show you. Okay, this is taking longer than usually. But let's see, uh, it should be uploaded in a second. Okay, it's done. Let's wait a little bit longer. And by the way, all of the datasets are saved in a common folder in your workspace. The name of the folder is datasets, obviously. So as you see, we've uploaded the dataset with 160 pictures. It has 35 megabytes in size. I can delete it. I see that the dataset is already tagged. So when I click the dataset name, the tag pilot will open, and this is probably going to take a while since it's got quite a few images. But let's wait. In the meantime, I can show you the structure of your workspace. So basically, you have few directories here. Apps is where the settings for all of your applications like ConfUI, Diffusion Pipes, Invoke AI, Kohia SS are stored. There are also some of the applications I've bundled with this image. So here are the settings for the control panel, settings for Tag Pilot and Train Pilot, which I will show you in a second. And then here is a directory for cache of all the applications and services running on your system. So basically, there's Hugging Face cache. There's cache for Python and for other things. Then config folder basically holds all the important configs. Then let's have a look at datasets folder. So as you see, the first dataset is already uploaded. Zips is the folder where I hold the zip archives of my datasets, and images is a folder for dataset which is currently used for training. So let's go back to LoRA Pilot. Oh, this is still loading. Okay, let me try something else. So let's create a new dataset called N, for example. as you can see, N has 0 pictures, is not tagged, and so on. So I click the N, it loaded successfully. I can upload some photos into the dataset. So let me choose few. You just upload. And this is basically the user interface for the tag pilot. You can easily, for example, crop the images. So this I cropped. I don't like this image. You can preview the image, but I don't like it because she has closed eyes. So let's remove this one. And that's basically it. You just name your dataset, or it's already named. So like N, I can choose some trigger word like N, which will be automatically appended to all of the images. You can tag the images manually by typing tags, or you can tag all of the images or caption all of the images. For that, you have available 5 models. I currently support Gemini, Grok, OpenAI, and 2 local models, which is Deep Dambaru and WD 1.4 models. You need to put in an API key for those models, and then tagging and captioning will work like magic. So let's just save this dataset for now, and let's see if I can download this dataset now, if it's faster. Okay, so you see 160 images has been tagged already. I can again put some trigger word for this image, which is automatically added to all of the images. If you want to see some overview of the tags used, you just click and you see every tag, how many times is being used. I can choose to remove certain tag, for example, and it's automatically removed from all of the images, and so I'm going to rename this. And what else? If I used tag all or caption all functionality, you have basically 3 options. If tags exists, that given image won't be tagged again. Or if tags exists, you can append more tags to the images, or you can overwrite the existing tags with new ones. Okay, let's not forget to save this dataset, and let's go to trainings. Okay, so this is my take on a very simple way of training your LoRa. So you just choose a dataset. So I choose this dataset. This is basically the output name that will be used for your LoRa epochs. So I write Jane and LQ for low quality, and basically the system will add a number to mark the particular epoch. Then you just choose the output quality. And you have 3 options here. You can use quick test or quick run, which does 400 to 600 steps in Cohia. You can use normal quality, which averages to 800 to 1200 steps, or you can go for a high quality, which gives you 1600 steps to 2200 steps. So for this quick test, I choose quick test, right? This is a template of the LoRa I use, but the system automatically generates a unique TOML config for this training, which is based on the size of your dataset. So basically, a dataset with 30 images would have completely different settings than a dataset with 160 images. And also, it depends on what quality you decide to go for. So I'll just start, and as you can see, it's already running. I want to show you one more way how to run the trainings. Which gives you more information about the trainings. Only for that sake, I will now stop the training and go back to Jupyter Lab. And let's quit Midnight Commander. Let's go to apps, train pilot, which is the application I created for trainings. And you just run this shell script called train pilot, which gives you again a very simple graphic user interface. So in the first step, you choose dataset. And the second step, basically the same options as you've seen in the web version of Train Pilot. So I choose Quick Test. I just name my dataset. It copies the dataset into the images folder. I hit continue, and Kohia starts using the custom TOML configuration which has been created for this training specifically. Let me show you. So let's open a second terminal and let me show you that this is the custom configuration for Kohia training for this model and the quick run which I've selected. So let's go back to Kohia. So it's still loading, but Kohia identified that we have an image dataset with 160 images. That the images are tagged, and we are starting a training with the Juggernaut model, and basically that's it. So let's go back to LoRA Pilot now, just to show you the rest of what's included. I've created a custom user interface for diffusion pipes, which is kind of experimental at the moment, but in the next few releases, I will make it 100% working. Then there are like two more menu items, which is the documentation, which is basically the README file for the template or the README file for the Docker image. And here's the support page. If you want to contact me either on Reddit or open an issue on GitHub repo. And that's it. What else to say? LoRa Pilot is a project under active development. I will keep releasing a new version every day as long as I have money to pay for my Rampot bills. That's it, guys. Really looking forward to hear from you. Any kind of feedback is more than welcome. Thank you.